Good. Hello guys, kindly check this application out. This gives us the updated day, time, and date. Now let's develop this using React hooks and Tailwind. Thank you very much. Let's begin by creating two folders in our SRC folder. We call the first one assets and call the second one components. Okay. Now let's take the first one, assets. Now in this project we have no images or spinach, so we leave it blank and move to the second one, components. Now with the components folder, let's create a file and call it time caps, okay, time app.js. Now with our boilerplate RAFCE, instead of ordinary div, why don't we make it react.fragment? Okay, so react re. Good. So inside that we can say put our div there and now say hello. So let's link that to the app.js to view on the screen. So we say let's call it time app. Okay, so let's import it. Let's say import time app from where? From components, then time app. And time app. So that is that. Let's check our screen. Good, we got hello on the screen, means we're ready to go. Now let's look at the structure for the application. I would like to ask to have the time in a background circle, something like this. Okay, at the middle of the page, yeah, something like so. We're gonna have the time in the middle, yeah, something like this. So that is that. So let's begin. So to begin, let's close this. Good. Now instead of ordinary div, let's start with the section. Okay, so we say section. So inside the section, what do we need? We need a div to take the background. So let's give that div a class name, and the class name, let's give it bg black. Inside that, let's give it width of 96 and height of 96. Now it's mobile first. Okay, so let's see what we're doing. Okay, so that is that. Now so let's give it empty, let's give it 20. Then what again? Let's give it ms, let's give it auto. Then let's give it rounded full. Okay, so that is that. Our background is ready. Now inside the background, what do we need? We're going to need a div to work with. So a div, good. So inside a div, what do we need? We need 3 divs. A div, okay. Inside the div, good. Inside the div, we need a p tag. So let's give it a p tag. And inside the p tag, let's call it day. Okay, so we need 3 of this. So copy, let's go down. The second one will be time, the last one will be date. So day, time and what? Date. Okay, so that is that. So now let's take them. What we need to do now is to what? Let's change their color to test white. Good. Then bring them to the center of the page. So to bring them to the center, we say flex then justify center, then what again, items center. So that is that. Good. So our date, time, and date is ready. So what we're gonna do now is to go and get our time. So let's go app, import. Let's import use state, and use effect. Good. So that is that. So now let's go down and get our current time. Okay. So we can say const current time t current time equals to new date dot to local time string. Okay, so this will give us our current time. Now let's give the current time a state. So we say const what time, comma, set time equals to use state to bracket current time, c time. Yeah. So that is that. So next, let's create a function for the update. So we say const update time equals to a function. Good. Inside that we can have a new time. So we will say const new time equals to new date dot to time string. Yeah, good. That is that. Good. So these are new time. Okay. So new time, let's give the new time the state. So we say set time into bracket new time. Good. Next we create a use effect, okay, for the update. So we say use effect, good, into bracket. That gives us a function. Good. So the function has a dependency array. Good. So what do we do here? Let's give it an interval. So we say const what? Time interval good, equals to what? Set what? Interval. Set interval into bracket update time, good, comma, then every 1 second. Good. So that is that. Our time is ready. Now what we need to do, we want to remove the interval, okay, after every second. So we say the use effect should return a function, that will clear the interval. Okay, good. Clear the interval, time interval. So that is that. So this will clear it. So now let's give the dependency will be what? Time. Okay, so that is that. What next? Good. Now let's check that out. So let's call time here. So let's view the time. So we hit equals bracket. So we say time. Good. You can see we got the time, guys. It's updating. Good. Now let's tell the time. Let's give the time a class name. Good. Let's give the time a class name. And give it test test what 6XL. Okay, so we can see the tower time now. It's not working. Now what we need to do is we're going to do the same thing for the day. Okay, so let's get the day too. Let's just copy. We're going to copy the same thing. Let me make it bigger. Okay, so you can see is there the same thing. So const time. So from here, so we can now here say over here we can comment this and say this is for time. Okay, so let's copy it down and do likewise for the day. Okay, so we give here date. Okay, so we say the next one is what current date. The current date equals to new dates local date string. Okay, so here const date equals set what date. So that is that. The use state is going to be what current date. So C date. So that is that. Now let's go to the next one, the update function, which is what update date. Give us a function which what const new date. Will give us what a date to local date string, not time string. So date string. So that is that. So set new date. New date will be what new set date will be a new date. Okay, so that is that. Now I use effect to we say const time interval, so we call it date interval because set interval update what date that should return what clear what interval bracket date interval. Okay, so that is that. So the dependency is now going to be what date. So now let's check our date. So our date here, let's check it now. Date. So let's check our screen to see if we have the date. You can see we got the date. Let's start the date. We say class name equals what test Excel. Let's check it out. You can see our date. Today is 2nd November. The next thing to do is to work on the day. Okay, so let's do the day too. The same thing. You copy. I've copied it already. Good. So let's make it bigger. So we go down and we say day. Okay, so let's paste it there. So with our day, what do we need? Time. Good. So we say const c current what day. Give us a new what date. This time it's not going to take this out. It's going to be what dot get day. Where is how you use dot get day? Yeah, dot get day object. Okay, so let's give it a state. So we say const day set what day. Set day. Good. Use state. Oh, sorry. Set day and use state to give me current what day. So good. So that is that. What again? Now let's create, now we have the day. So I want us to create all the days of the week. Okay, so we say const weekdays. Okay, yeah, okay. Weekdays equals to, so let's create an array for them. So the first one is going to be what? Sunday in a comma, then Monday. Let's go Monday. So that is that. Can take this off. Good. So array is ready. So it starts, Sunday is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is that. So now let's create an update. Okay, yeah, the update. Let's do the editing. So we say const update what? Day. Will give us what? A new day. Okay, good. A new day, which is going to be what? New dot what? Get day. So the same thing. What? Get day. Yeah, good. So that is, so set day will be what? Our new day. Good. New day. So that is that. Now I use effect to the same thing. Const day interval. Yeah. Day interval, because set interval update every second. Now we need to clear the interval, which is what? Our day interval. Okay, that is that. Our dependence is going to be what? Day. Okay. So that is that. Now let's call our day. Okay. Over here we say, into bracket, we say weekday with the what? With the day. Okay, so the day will be linked to the array to give out the exact day. So we check it out. It said weekday is not defined. Okay, let's go check it. Weekdays. Const weekdays. Oh, sorry, I said weekdays. How did I write this? Good, sorry. Weekdays. Yeah. Now let's check it again. Good. You can see we got our day. Tuesday. Okay, now let's style the days too. So we're going to say class name equals test Excel. So that is that. Let's make it uppercase. So we say uppercase. Good. That is that. What again? Let's bring it to the center. So we say test center. Good. Then let's take the dates to the far end. So we go to the date. So I can say here flex, as flexed, and justify end. So that is that. What again? Now let's give it a font family. Okay, so the font family, we go to the Google Fonts, we look for Roboto, go down. Okay, now select the style, then we copy the link. Okay, copy the link to our HTML file. So we go to the HTML file. Let's look for the public folder, index.html, and add that link. We add our link to it. Good. So next, what do? We go back to the font, then copy the family. Okay. Okay, so that is that. Good. So we go to next. Let's go to the let's go to the index.css. Then we say at layer base. Good. At layer base. Good. Inside that, let's have body. Then we have the font family. You can paste it there. Good. So that is that. I need to restart my terminal again. So let's say cd my project. Inside that npm run start. Good. Let's see. So that is that, guys. Thank you so much for sticking through. Don't forget to do good. Catch you in the next one. We say peace.